Hi, fifth graders and families. Fifth graders, this should be very, very, very familiar to you. This is just one of our daily slides from this past week. I wanted to walk through, especially to show your grown-ups at home, how they can assist you in using this. But if anyone is still, for whatever reason, having questions on our daily slides, I hope that this video helps you. So it'll just start out with the very first slide. This is like what the students see. Is just what day it is. Sometimes I'll have announcements in the first couple slides. So this was just a reminder that we didn't have school Wednesday to Monday. And then next will always be the checklist. So these are the tasks that our students are completing during the day. So for Monday, it was to do fractions on IXL, to do diagnostics. It reminds you to do 25 minutes. Reading to self for 25 minutes and then answering questions. Word study, and our word was mall, or our Greek and Latin root, and then to do the music assignments on Seesaw. Right away, it gives you that reminder again to do music assignments on Seesaw and to check if there's any band assignments. This is a really big thing that the majority of the students in our class are not doing. School-wide, we have the lowest participation for specialists, so music, art, and gym Seesaw assignments. So I asked students how I can help them remember to do it, and they wanted a reminder slide. So something that we're working on, but grown-ups at home, please encourage them to be completing their Seesaw assignments for other classes as well. So we've been starting IXL, and there is another video for you to watch about how to check IXL minutes. I think that that's been a point of frustration this week for both students maybe thinking they're doing more minutes, but it's not showing up on my end. So there's another video for you to watch as well that'll explain that a little bit more. I just have a reminder slide on how to log into IXL. There is a video to watch as a getting started for students, and just walking students through what, like my example of what my username would be, and then all of our passwords. So then for math, we were practicing adding and subtracting fractions again because we're just reviewing it for an assessment that we have. There is a video to watch. A lot of students that I am talking to who say that they are having trouble with IXL or just throughout the whole year having trouble with an assignment, I say, oh, did you watch the video? And they say no. This is for you to watch first. You have to watch this so that you know what to do for your assignment. This will help you just walk through a couple problems. And then we have must-dos and can-dos. So I have a timer up in the corner here for how long you should be spending on math for the day. And from student feedback, if I have more than one thing in IXL for you to be working on, more than one activity, students said it was helpful if I gave, like, you should spend 10 minutes doing this activity, 15 minutes doing this activity. So my suggestion is for you students to start the timer. Sorry, it's probably just loading. To start our timer in the corner. Oh, I don't think it'll play while I'm presenting this, but if you start this, it'll just keep going in the tab. And then when you click on the link, anything that's underlined is always a link. When you click on the link, your timer will still be going in the other tab. That timer is not going to pause on your daily slides. So if you have that timer going and you just have your volume up a little bit, you would know when your 25 minutes is up. You can click back and check like, oh yeah, I've been doing this first one for about 10 minutes. I'm going to start doing the next one. But this is what IXL will look like. So students seem to be a little stressed out about their active minutes on IXL. So again, I encourage you to watch the other video. If I were to just open this and leave this up here and then go back to my daily slides and do some other things, it's not going to count as minutes that you're actually working on IXL. IXL knows that if you're not, if you're away from the website for a little bit, that it won't track those minutes. And with IXL too, we've gone over this in our groups, but if you are stuck, like if you look at this and you're like, I just don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do, there's a button right at the top that says Learn with an Example that you can click on and see an example question, and then the key idea, and then they show you a solution of how they got their answer. So there's always that option as well. And if you do get it incorrect, so let's say, I'm just gonna place some random things in here. If you get the answer incorrect, it walks you through the explanation of how you would do it correctly. So it shows you what you answered, gives you that reminder, and then talks about how we can break up that fraction. So part of the reason that we have been doing IXL is because of this immediate feedback. It can be frustrating for students if, for example, you were to complete a math assignment at 10:30 a.m. while I'm still in groups until at least 11:30, if not a little bit later. And then I go and I eat my lunch, and then I check Seesaw work right after that. But that can be almost 2 hours after a student submitted an assignment. And then if I notice that they're doing work incorrectly, it can be hard to catch them to go back and do the work correctly. So part of the reason we're using IXL is because of this immediate feedback. So then you would just click got it, and it goes on to the next assignment or the next problem. To go back to our daily slides, so there were 2 must-do assignments for IXL on this day. And then there was a can-do option. I've gotten just some feedback from some parents that they want a little bit more for their students. So there is an option of a can-do so that they can do more work for math. I haven't seen a lot of students taking advantage of this so far, but it's no extra work for me to throw another assignment in here. So I will keep doing it for whenever students are ready for that. On this day, we also had 25 minutes of diagnostics on IXL. Diagnostics on IXL just means that students are answering questions and trying to figure out, the website is trying to figure out what their ability level is for math and reading. So this was just a screenshot that I pulled from here that you click step into the arena, and then you start answering both math and reading questions. Once we get enough data on a student, so after doing this for a few days, but they have to be doing it for at least 25 minutes on these days, it helps me be able to, in the future, I'm hoping that on Wednesdays or on certain days, I can have students working on what their ability level is, whether that might be a little bit below what our grade level is or a little bit above. And again, I have the timer right here that tells them how long they need to be doing it. Our word study, I showed what a good example is. This was an example from last week that we did together. And then this is underlined here. So this is our link to Seesaw for the assignment. So just clicking on it, it'll probably show my teacher view of it. If it ever loads. Anyways, it brings them to the assignment here. So the last piece is reading for 25 minutes. Again, I have a timer. I have some calm piano music if that's something they like to read to. And then after they finish reading, just answering a couple questions. What book did you read? How many pages did you read? For a lot of these, I was getting a lot of I don't know or IDKs as answers for the last 3. For me, that's not acceptable answers. It's not too hard to figure out how many pages you read, even if you say, oh, about 10 pages. That's fine by me. Where did you read? So just where in your house, were you on a comfy couch, in your bed, in your closet, outside? Where were you reading at? And then what happened in your book while you read it? I keep reminding students, IDK is not an answer for this. Even if it was not the most exciting part of your book, something still happened. And they have the capability to write a sentence about what's going on. And then just a final slide of if you finish early, go back and check. If you did all of the must-do work, thinking about if you took your time doing your work. So is there something you should go back and try harder on or complete for a longer amount of time? Just because you clicked on math and you clicked on the first one and you only did this one for 10 minutes, you still have another assignment to do and more time to spend. Maybe it's going back to the reading and writing complete sentences or writing more about what you read. Making sure as another reminder, did I complete my specialist assignment? And then if you are done early, is there any can-do work that you can complete to keep yourself busy? So I don't think I've created a video like this to walk grown-ups at home through what our daily slides look like. So I hope that this helped. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will be here to answer them.